You know this broadcast is different. This is SEC.
Welcome back, and
when the one SEC
the SEC Championship by Eastern Field Pass. The Blitz broadcast is awesome. The bomb and more.
We had a Texas legend. Now we got a Georgia legend with us. Coach, we were talking about response drives. How big is that for a Georgia football team that's been sputtering a little bit, just to respond to Texas coming down and scoring?
Huge response, and then be able to get the crowd back in it, get a little bit of momentum back. Now you need to be able to go get a stop. And, great job, I thought, by Texas early, because the name of the game in that first game was field position, and Texas started out with awful field position on the opening kickoff, and then was able to move the ball a little bit. So it'll be a critical, 6.5 minutes until half for sure.
Heck of an idea for time of possession, too. When you don't possess the football, your defense is out there the whole game. Both these D-lines playing about as well as we thought they would in this game so far.
Yeah, I think Georgia's offensive line, -6 yards rushing in the first quarter. They found a little something right there, being able to run a little bit more downhill. But no, it's going to be interesting to see
the thing is,
Georgia defense can keep up their energy.
Well,
they've played a ton of snaps.
they don't want their heads going down.
Let me ask you this, because Georgia all season long, they struggled with drops and catching the football. You see a few of them already in this ball game. How much of a momentum killer is that when you're on the sideline saying a defensive player and you see the offense dropping more and more passes?
Well, you saw it. It's been a lot that they lead the nation in drop passes, and when your quarterback's trying to find some kind of a rhythm, man, that's frustrating because the ground game's not great. You got to make plays. Guys got to win out wide. So I think it's just more frustrating than anything for the defense and for the offense. Can't stay on schedule. Can't run the football, and you continue to put yourself in bad situations.
Coach Beamer, you had a guy 2 years ago that a lot of South Carolina fans were frustrated with because of drops. He comes back the next year and has one of the best seasons in school history.
He's going.
In Xavier Legette.
Flag. Shove in the face. Ooh. Not here at the SEC Championship. Not here. We can't have that.
And I think there's maybe a little bit of that going on with this team, too. Almost a hold the breath type thing. So in regards to your question, just continuing to work and some of it's a technique thing. You work on technique, but it's really just instilling confidence. We're dealing with that, not dealing with it, but Nicholas Harbor, our receiver right now, he'll be the first to tell you he had some drops. So what he's done, he's just worked his butt off to just get better at catching the ball.
Coach, you know what I'll tell you? My coach always told me, if you look that bad boy in, it's hard to drop it. You can't run with it if you don't have it.
That's true.
I would say this, Coach.
That coach might not have played in the SEC.
I ain't to tell you, though. Because now,
because we haven't asked you to do enough TV today.
Yeah, this is the 19th show.
Shane's going to get a W-2 from the Disney company this year.
Hey, Coach, I'll say this. I don't know if folks that have never shaken Nicholas Harbor's hand, we have a lot of gimmicks for hand strengthening these days. If there was a device for hand weakening, I think he would need that. Because it literally feels like a metal claw is squeezing your hand when you shake that young man's hand.
He's a grown man. God bless that guy with a lot of ability.
I think he has a rice bucket at home for grip work.
What a ball.
Oh!
Word.
Hey, it's a catch.
And it's the smallest person on the field,
What
guys.
a bad man.
And the box score just says catch and tackle.
All right, I was just about to talk about the physicality in this league. Kirby Smart told me this week, you don't win the SEC in a beauty contest. No. You got to hit somebody in the face.
There's no question.
What is it like as the leader of a program to manage the physical toll that comes with this league?
It's a challenge because it's every single week. Some weeks, or most leagues, Marty, everyone but this one, you have this kind of game once a year. In this league, it's every week. It's a physical grind, physical battle, and you look at us. All right, we have a physical war against Ole Miss. All right, you get to go again. You get to do it the next week against Alabama. Then after Alabama, you don't do it again the next week. Oklahoma, then Texas A&M. And you got to be smart about how you practice, and obviously it all starts in the off season with your strength and conditioning program. But you just look at the body types in this game. You look at the body types in this league, and then you go to other leagues. It doesn't look the same.
No. I think the battle with Oklahoma ended after the third series, by the way.
It did. Defensive turnovers are a beautiful thing, Cole.
David Pollock, what do you want to see here defensively from the Dogs?
Sorry.
Roll will help.
Get
Take
caught
that.
from watching.
Yeah. Well, we got acting from the lineman. We got lineman acting.
Don't you love that? Don't you love when they just
320 pounder acting like he's getting knocked out.
Oh, my gosh. We got lineman acting. Don't bump me. Back. He goes, we got lineman acting. My neck and my back.
I'll tell you what, though. Wisner from Texas has really kicked it in gear. Like, he's figured out how to be a running back. And man, he kept him in better situations. Got to keep Quinn in the pocket. When he starts to scramble, he's made a bunch of plays already today. Keep him in his spot. Hey, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try 7 on this side again for Georgia, because that's what they're picking on.
Here it comes.
Drop.
Not just drops on offense.
I was literally going to say they drop interceptions as well.
I don't think y'all see Kirby Smart right now, but he is literally yelling at Daniel Harris because he knows how
Bring him down to the
important.
10 to tell him.
Hey, hit him in a bad spot, okay? Right in the hands.
Oh, Harris has had a season in the first half.
Oh, my
I mean, he has
gosh.
had a season in the first half.
This is huge, though, when you just look at holding Texas to field goals in the first half. You know, they're in scoring position. You're in the red zone right now. You got a chance to get 7, and now instead you get an opportunity to get 3. It's critical stops.
Shane Beamer of South Carolina head football coach's voice you hear. Field goal will be good. SEC championship game field pass. Coach Shane Beamer with us. David Pollock with us. Third Auburn going to have to kick it again from a little bit further out. Pollock, could you ever really adjust your rush to a mobile quarterback? I know we talk about the rush lanes and don't go past the quarterback, but man, when that motor gets going, like you're not telling yourself, okay, I'm 5 yards upfield, I have to stop. How do you manage that?
When Coach Beamer cusses you out on the sidelines because Lenora Sellers gets outside the pocket and makes a big play. Listen, you have a responsibility to your teammates to be where you're supposed to be. You got to hunt, but you got to do it with the right leverage.
Oh, get it.
Oh, bang, bang. All right, that's a big penalty.
Look, we've talked about it the whole time.
Penalty followed by
Mistakes
a bad
are
play.
compounded and compounded
That's it.
and compounded. Holding, missed field goal. They took 3 points off the
The
board.
self-inflicted wound after making the field goal allowed that 3 points to be no good.
Back with more SEC championship game field pass.
Kicking contest.
And we'll be right back.
Liberty Mutual.